Good evening, everybody. We are letting everybody log in and get situated. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are super excited to have this moment with you. An amazing masterclass, an amazing lineup of tremendous individuals who have braved the entrepreneurial waters and learned how to surf them. And certainly tonight they're going to be sharing. We have just some phenomenal guests that you are in store for a treat tonight. Uh, and I want to set the tone as you all are coming in, getting situated. Uh, and the tone tonight is really to speak to you, to the entrepreneur, to the business owner, or to those of you who are looking to start a business. We just want to speak to you. We want to offer you some insight. We also want to talk about the Good Soul Forum as well. And so you'll hear a little bit about that also. And so thank you all for joining us tonight. Since we have such an amazing lineup and these great entrepreneurs and business owners have joined us tonight to lean in and give us their wisdom and their perspective on where we are, what you can expect as an owner, as a founder in this climate, and some of the moves you ought to be making. They're going to be sharing from their personal stories and personal insight. So again, you're in for a treat. So I hope you got your notebooks out. I hope you're taking notes. Our team is in the chat tonight. So if you have questions, they can field them for you. They can answer any questions that you have. It's just going to be a great night. First and foremost, we have Pinky Cole Hayes with us tonight. I cannot tell you how excited I am to have her on. We also have Wallstreet Trapper here as well. We have Ryan Wilson. It's just an amazing lineup of guests. And of course, I would be remiss not to say we have the GOAT on tonight, the greatest of all times. Bishop T.D. Jakes is on with us tonight, and you'll hear from him last. So make sure you stay plugged in and stay tuned in, because I'm certain he has some words of wisdom for all of us. First of all, let me introduce myself. If you guys don't know me, I am Michael Phillips. I'm Chief Operating Officer for TJ Enterprises. TJ Enterprises is a social impact holding company. Out of our company, we also have Good Soil. It comes from our Ventures Lab. Good Soil is a supportive ecosystem for business owners where we help business owners grow and scale their businesses. And so that's the format from which we're speaking tonight. And that's the lane that we're going to stay in tonight. But of course, we're always open to hearing from Bishop Jakes, and I'm sure he's going to take us to new heights tonight as well. So with that being said, first and foremost, we have Pinky Cole Hayes here to help us to set the tone. Entrepreneurship Unfiltered. This is real talk from a true entrepreneur, a trailblazer, someone who has done it at the highest level, the highs and lows of it all. Pinky, are you on with us tonight? Are you here? We want to hear from you. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you.
I'm
I see
here.
you right. I see you. I see you. Listen, you have done incredible work in the entrepreneurial space with the launch of Slutty Vegan. You've experienced it both from the highs and the lows. You have a bunch of entrepreneurs on here tonight who are eager to hear from you and from your perspective. First and foremost, what has entrepreneurship been like for you? And what are some insights you can give all of us who are on here tonight?
Ooh, that's a great question. Well, first of all, thank you all for having me, Bishop Jakes. I'm excited about Good Soil. I'm excited to be a part of Good Soil, metaphorically. And I'm excited to be an entrepreneur. So let me tell you about entrepreneurship, right? So there's tons of upside. You got the accolades, you got the titles and the wins, all the aspirations, you got the notoriety. All of that is good in entrepreneurship. But there's another side of entrepreneurship that a lot of people really don't highlight or talk about, that we all as entrepreneurs go through, right? So that may include the sleepless nights. Sometimes it may feel lonely. You know, when they say it feels lonely at the top,
Yeah,
that's a real
yes,
thing.
Lord.
right? You may be facing financial obstacles, and it doesn't matter what level you are in business. We all have financial obstacles, whether big or small. And just the emotional conversation that you have with yourself and God about, am I where I'm supposed to be? Should I be doing more? I'm not doing enough. That is a conversation that we battle with every day as entrepreneurs. And I wouldn't have it any other way. As difficult as it may seem, as hard as it may look, I didn't built $100 million brand that I lost, that I bought back, that I'm rebuilding from scratch. But the art and the exercise is the fact that you get to keep building through it all, whether it's good, whether it's bad. And you can share your testimony with other people who want to do something similar like you, or who want to be better than you. You get to be a beacon of light for other people so that they know what to do and what not to do, so that they can be inspired by your journey and your story. And I think that my passion and my purpose has always been consistent, but there's something about my assignment. And my
Mm,
assignment is that I am supposed to utilize whatever it is that I'm using in the flesh to be a vessel to bring people together, whether that is food, whether that is community, whatever it is, I'm bringing people together, and entrepreneurship has done that for me. So I am so humbled and happy to be an entrepreneur. And I pray that by the time we get off this call, even if you aren't an entrepreneur, you just started and you figured it out, or you want to quit, hearing these conversations will make you feel like you'll change your mind.
wow. Listen, you first of all, I'm about to pass the offering bucket because
I mean that, man.
and how do you find how do you find the momentum or the hope, or I don't even know what the word is, um, to keep going as an entrepreneur? You've done it. You scaled a great business, but then uh, you had some setbacks, and you mentioned you're starting all over again. How do you find that hope? How do you find that grit, that moxie to say, I'm back at it again?
You know, I got to say this, and I'm not saying this because I'm on a Christian platform, okay? Because you know, on my page, like, I keep it real. It's not me that's finding the motivation and the wherewithal and the ability to keep going. It's really God who's moving through me to get that done. Does that make sense what I'm saying to you? Like,
Oh yeah.
I have money. I've made it. I've made up to $70 million in the last less than 10 years, right? So this is not about money, right? This is about waking up and not wanting to get out the bed as an entrepreneur. This is about trying to figure out, okay, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I got to figure life out. Plus, I got this big business and I got a reputation, and now I'm public facing. Like, finding the strength and motivation, there's no way that I could have been able to do it by myself. But I've been saying this recently, and I don't know if you heard me say this, but God has always known me, right? I am just meeting God. So as a result of that, everything that I go through, I've surrendered, right? And because I surrendered, the motivation really don't even come from me no more. I just be like, even in the hardest moments, because it's hard, right?
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship is hard. But even in those moments, I'm like, all right, we figured it out before. What are we going to do now? And we always figure it out, and we always get it done. And I'm happy about that because I know that I'm connected to a different layer of power. And that power gives me the strength to keep going all the time.
Wow, that's incredible. You're talking about you're rooted in purpose, right? Anybody that
Mhm.
starts a business, it ought to be rooted in purpose more than it's rooted in profit, right? Because then you're not
Yeah.
going to have the ability to keep going and get up every day, to keep looking over those spreadsheets, to look at your cash flow, looking at your
Mhm.
team, reassessing everything, and keep building. And you've been able to do that over the years, and now you're at it again. So what's next for Pinky? What's next for you?
World domination. Okay. It's interesting because um this time it's personal, right? Like, it was always intentional, but this time it's personal. And when I say it's personal, like, I got work to do, and that work requires me to roll my sleeves up. And on the surface, it may look like I took 2 steps or 3 steps back, but that level of strategy, that I've been putting in place. And I'm talking to every entrepreneur here. When you think about like strategy, when you put the path in place, right? That strategy is something that I've been working on for so long. So I'm excited about all of the big announcements that's about to come. I'm excited about like extreme elevation in business that is a personal purpose now, right? And I feel like there's going to be a lot of people that are going to see my story and say, wow, not only am I going through a tough time, but I can rise again because Pinky did it. Right? Like I can hop over this hurdle because Pinky hopped over that hurdle, or I know I can make it through this fire because Pinky made it through that fire and she didn't even get burned. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
so the level of domination that's about to happen, it's a level of confidence that you've never seen. The eyes have not seen this level of confidence, but that level of confidence is really going to position my business in a way where, one, is going to create opportunity for so many people. Two, is going to inspire not just Black people, right? All people, that like you can
Yeah.
rise and be resilient in the face of adversity, and you can reclaim what belongs to you, and you can be proud about that and not feel sorry for yourself about that. And I want to be able to inspire on the other side, not just sell burgers, pies, and fries.
Yeah, that's incredible. To inspire on the other side. Now, listen, you got so many gems here tonight. I have a drum roll. I have a drum roll. Everybody on here, you don't know this. We haven't announced it yet. But if you could hear a drum roll, there's a drum roll playing behind my voice, and the drum roll is this. Pinky Cole is going to be hosting at Good Soul Forum this year. She is going to be our host. We're so excited about that. We're so grateful that you're lending your voice, your expertise, and you're going to be leading us in all of our programming for 2 days at the forum. That's incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for
Yay.
doing that for us. And so
Yes.
let me ask you this final question then. What do you expect, or should I say, what are you excited about the Good Soul Forum?
Well, I'm excited for a couple of reasons. So the first reason is because last year I was sitting in the seat, and this year I'm standing and inspiring all throughout the whole experience. So I feel good about that. So thank you all for even putting me in position, right? The power of positioning. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited to, along the way, share my story and my journey of resilience so people can feel empowered enough to run through a brick wall. Okay. Like the
Yeah,
level of confidence I want people to have when they leave the Good Soul Forum. I want them to feel like that thing that's been making their belly leap, but they haven't had the energy to start to execute on that thing. I pray that after this event and after me hosting it and after everybody involved, they feel like they can conquer the world. And I also pray that the people who have felt defeated in business have a new resurgence of life and capacity to be able to like continue on with the thing that they felt like they needed to give up on. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't catch anything that I just said, you're in for a treat because it's going to be impactful, it's going to be powerful, it's going to be inspirational, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So I am so looking forward to that, and I'm just so happy to be a part.
listen, we are so excited to have you. We're grateful that you're coming, and you heard it from her. She's going to be sharing from her personal journey at the forum. You do not want to miss all that power she just gave us. It's going to be at the Good Soul Forum. Pinky, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We deeply appreciate you. And for everybody that's on here tonight, we have a special offer for you. If you don't know about Good Soul Forum, you can go to goodsoulforum.com. And if you register tonight, there's a special discount for you. The discount code is 150 off, so 150 off. So if you go to Good Soul Forum and you want to come and join us in June 12th through the 14th, this is a special discount just for all of you. We want to make it easy. We want to make it within reach for you to come and be with us. Resources going to be available. Amazing individuals and entrepreneurs like Pinky Cole Hayes is going to be there with us, and so many more. Pinky, thank you for joining us tonight. We deeply appreciate it.
Thank you so much. See you guys soon.
See you soon. Listen, if that did not blow your hair back, if that did not give you goosebumps, if that did not give you chills, let me tell you something. You're not alive. That was incredible. I'm ready to start a business. I'm ready to get back at it. I'm ready to keep going from what Pinky just shared with us. That was absolutely incredible. We have another amazing guest here tonight. He is the co-founder of the Gathering Spot, just an amazing entrepreneur, has an amazing network of entrepreneurs that he supports, and we're so honored. He's also going to be with us at the forum. Ryan Wilson is here with us tonight. Ryan, are you there? Are you there? Are you
I'm
there?
here. What's going on?
Hey man, what is happening? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you? It's good to
I
see
I
you.
am I'm great. It's great to see you as well, man. Thank you again for joining us tonight. You have a unique perspective because you support and help so many entrepreneurs, and we are in a climate, man, of uncertainty and turbulence. But I believe that turbulence really creates opportunity. Can you share with us tonight, just from your perspective, what entrepreneurs can expect in this climate, but also how can they position themselves to win? And what are some of the things they should be doing right now?
So it's hard for me to answer the part about what we should expect because, as we can all see, it's something new every single day. I do think, though, it's important for us to keep in mind that if there is any group of people that knows how to figure out how to overcome tough circumstances, it is us. And I think sometimes that is what is forgotten, right? So our tradition, what we actually know how to do very, very well, is not just survive, but thrive. A lot of what we just heard from Pinky is about mindset, right? It's about knowing that even though the circumstances might not feel right, right, that there is still a path to make whatever it is. And I think another mistake sometimes we make is that the ideas that we have for businesses are not random. And I know a lot of times friends, family, people that are very close to us will often be the ones that or sometimes belittle and make us feel like our idea is small. It's very important for you to remember that there is a very specific reason why that idea is something that can't leave you, right? And as Pinky also said, when you understand that it is your assignment, you move differently, right? You have an energy and an understanding that you're going to figure out a way to make it happen. So again, I don't know what's happening right now. The headlines are different every couple of hours, right? But I know the tradition that I come from and I know that ultimately what I'm doing is not random, right? And so because it isn't random, my job every single day is to try my best, and I know that we will figure out how to make it happen, right? And again, that applies. I don't care what type of business you have. You have to be thinking about it from a place of optimism.
What are some of the things you are seeing, man, as it relates to the power of collaboration? And how important is it to surround yourself with like minded business owners? Because you've done it at the Gathering Spot.
We have to be in community with one another. It again sounds very fundamental, but this is one of the key ingredients when you're trying to build anything. You have to be with other folks that understand just what this experience is. And yeah, don't get me wrong, it's hard, right? Waking up not understanding what your next move is going to be, that is very, very difficult. And so you have to be in real community, like real relationship. I often ask folks that sometimes the best thing that you can do for a person on any given day is to just ask them how they are doing and actually listen to the answer to that question, right? So if you're an entrepreneur right now, right, do not be by yourself. Do not allow, again, every headline that's out there or circumstance to limit what you know is possible. And the more resources that you can be a part of. When I started TGS, I was 24 years old. I had no experience doing anything, right? I just graduated from law school and was trying to figure out really what my next step in life was going to be. I surrounded myself, though, with subject matter experts. I had an accountant before there was any money to account for. I had a lawyer before we had anything really to draw up from a paperwork perspective. I had, again, experts, people who had done it before around me. So when I didn't know, I would look to my left or to my right, and I had folks that could give me the answer. There's a lot of research on this. A lot of the best entrepreneurs are people that are generalists, right? A lot of times we aren't deeply knowledgeable about any one thing, but we know how to put and connect the dots to one another. And so, please, again, if you're finding yourself in a space of feeling like you don't know what's going to happen next, know that one, that experience is not just happening to you. One of the things, Mike, that I learned early on in this process is that it felt like everybody knew what was happening, and I was the one that was lost. If you get up close and personal to the people that you deeply respect and you have an honest conversation with them, they will tell you that they feel exactly what you do. Entrepreneurship, almost by definition, is not knowing the answer, right? So again, even the people that you feel like have it all figured out, and I will raise my hand here, I do not, are going to wake up tomorrow morning. They're going to look at all of the different things that are going on, and they're going to try to make their way through the day just like you are. So
Yeah, that's
surround
good stuff
yourself with
right
good
there.
people and know that you're not having a singular experience.
That's good stuff right there. Listen, you're joining us at the Good Soul Forum.
Okay.
You're going to be there. What are you excited about?
To be in community with people. Right. We get better as a community the more time that we spend with one another and the opportunity to really address where we are and more importantly, where we are going. Right. There are some stats, and I don't want this to be doom and gloom, but there's some things that we really have to talk about from a small business perspective. 96% of our businesses don't employ anybody. Right. And so we've got to talk about that stat, not as a point of shame, right? But understanding that there's a ton of upside. But to do that, we've got to be with one another. We cannot, during times like these, take for granted the ability and the opportunity to be able to convene. So I'm looking forward to being able to do that with folks that understand that that's where the work really happens when we are able to look one another in the eye, talk about what matters, and then figure out a plan for where we want to go next.
Wow, we cannot underestimate the ability to convene. Y'all should write that down. Y'all should you put listen. Make sure you write that down. The ability for us to come together, to glean from one another, to learn from one another, right, and to support one another. That's what this is all about, man. And so, Ryan, man, listen. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you're going to be with us in June, and I'm certainly grateful for your friendship and partnership and everything we're doing to support entrepreneurs, man. I can't wait to see you. I know you're going to be incredible when you come, and we're looking forward to it.
I appreciate you. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, did you hear that? You cannot underestimate the ability to convene. We are conveners at Good Soil. We're bringing everybody together. We're bringing resources to you as small business owners. Not only is it available to you in June, it's available to you every day. Good Soil HQ is our app. You're able to download that for free. You should do it. It's a whole community of business owners there ready to support, help, glean, learn. Content is in the app. It's all available to you. And again, remember, if you do want to join us in June, and if you choose to come, go to goodsoulforum.com. There's a special code for you, 150 off. That is your code, 150 off. And it's a $150 discount because you registered tonight for this master class. And we want to offer that to you because we want to make this forum within reach for everybody who wants to attend. And so I'm hoping that you're hearing something that sparks you on the inside, that motivates you to say, I can't miss that. I got to be there. Not to mention the level of resources that's going to be there. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But listen, I got somebody coming up next who just blew us away last year, and he is backed by popular demand, and that is none other than my brother, Wall Street Trapper. He's on with us tonight, and I'm sure he's about to fire us up. We are trapping. If you know Wall Street Trapper, just shout "we trapping" in the chat. This is my guy right here. This is my brother for real, forever, man. I'm so glad you joined us tonight. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm blessed. Thank y'all for having me. It's just it's always an honor. Anytime I can talk to you, anytime I can get on a platform with you all, anytime that I can just share my insight, gain knowledge. My favorite position is always being a student. So man, just thank y'all for having me. Thank Bishop for even, taking another chance on me, man. Yeah, so I'm always feeling good, man.
Listen, man, wealth is a mindset. Your mindset determines your assets. This is something that you profess. This is something that you teach. You're teaching us how to invest in the market. Why is it important for, especially underrepresented, underestimated business owners and founders to have that sort of mindset claim their seat at the table. Like you say, we print money out here.
Yeah. I feel like we leave so much on the table with the market, right? You can, I call it a money printer, right? And we just have to know how to navigate the machine. There's no matter who's in office for me, the market is going to be the market. And so what we have to do is, and it's important for us to do is strategically move our emotions when it comes to building wealth. Strategically do that. And I say that because I don't think about poverty as a lack of finances. I think of us just having poor financial hygiene, right? And so one of the things that come to my mind is the pains of poverty will protrude every part of your purpose, right? And it's because until you make that mindset shift, you won't live in your purpose. And it won't be in your bank account. It won't be in your confidence. It won't be in decision making. It will be in knowing that you're capable, right? And for me, I think that was the biggest thing. It's knowing that I am capable of playing the game. And that was the biggest shift for me. That was me reclaiming what was mine. So I think about, and I like to think about money and wealth also as a biblical principle as well. And I always think about the idea of Esau giving away his birthright for oatmeal. That story always sticks out to me, right? Because temporary pain, right, made him give away something that was his birthright. And how many times and how often do we take ourselves away from the table because of temporary pain? How many times do we remove ourselves from a situation that's designed for us to win because we lack so-called understanding, right? And it's not that the understanding isn't available to us, it's because we have that bad financial algorithm, we've not even positioned ourselves to intake that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, that's what it was with the market. I feel like the market can position us so many ways. I bought a building with it. I bought a $5.5 million building that I was listening to Pinky, and she said, so many conversations with God. I think I talk to God more now than ever, because that's what entrepreneurship does to you. You have these conversations, but not just entrepreneurship, but wealth building in general, because it's new territory, right? It's new territory for a lot of us. And what we have to learn to do is possess that land. And all of that comes with, just like I said, just how we see money, how we see wealth, how we see investing. Those are the things that are truly like pivotal for us. And for me, that's why I like to use the market, because I know if you can overcome that boundary, then now you open up like an all you can eat buffet of wealth. It's limitless. There is no limit. And so that's why I just look at the market the way I look at it, bro.
Yeah, no, that's incredible, man. And it's almost like we are, a slave to the immediate, therefore we forget the ultimate, right?
Mhm.
With something happening every day, life happens every day, issues every day, but we forget the ultimate picture, and that the fact that, our destiny is in our hands based upon the decisions that we make. And you're showing every day people. I remember coming to see you in Dallas. Right? I ran into you in the store, and you invited me to an event you were having in Dallas, and I sat there and watched thousands of people learn about the stock market. Man, people who look like me, people who come from where I come from. It was absolutely incredible. And so you were with us last year at the forum.
Uh,
Uh, Let me tell you something. You knocked it out of the park. So
uh,
no pressure. You got to do that again. Man, listen, what are you excited about for this year's Good Soul Forum?
I first of all, I just love that energy that you're actually in good soil when you get there. Like you feel it, you feel the energy, you feel the atmosphere, you see it in the people. But again, my favorite position is the student. So I always be, tweaking to hear Bishop speak. Like I kind of hang on his every word, right? And but now to see the lineup, like I see Ryan, like I'm out here in Atlanta, and I'm mad that I ain't been to the gathering spot yet. I need to go there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm mad that I ain't been there yet. When I saw him, I kind of felt bad that I ain't been there yet. You know what I'm saying? And I got his number. Like that's the bad part. But I'm always like so excited to hear from other entrepreneurs because we all learn from each other, right? We all get a gem from one another on this journey. And I go in every room knowing that I'm gonna go in there and learn. So I'm excited to hear from so many people. I'm excited to just be a student. Like as soon as I get off the stage, I'm going to get my notebook so I can see whoever getting interviewed, whoever on that stage, because I come to learn, not to just be starstruck.
Man, that's incredible. Learning, being a learn-it-all, not a know-it-all.
Yeah.
Regardless of where you are in your entrepreneurial journey, you can always learn something. Every man is your teacher. And let me tell you, I am looking forward to hearing you at the forum this year, brother. I can't wait to see you there in June. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and giving us some of your time and some of your wisdom. Deeply appreciated.
Oh man, thank y'all for having me. Everybody who's here tonight, I look forward to seeing y'all there. And if you see me, pull me to the side because I truly come humbly. I'm willing to share whatever information, whatever I have. I'm there, man. Thank y'all again for having me. And I can't wait.
We can't wait either, brother. See you in June. Listen, you just heard it, man, from Wallstreet Trapper. He's coming to learn too. He's not only coming to give, he's also coming to learn because there's so many resources for you at Good Soul Forum. And again, if you're not part of our community, take the time, download our app. It's absolutely free, Good Soul HQ. You can get it in iTunes, or I'm sorry, not iTunes, on Google or Apple. iTunes on the mind, but Google or Apple, it's available to you in the App Store, and it's absolutely free. We would love to have you as a part of our community. And if you want to join us in June, there's a special promo code for all of you who registered tonight for this free masterclass. It's $150 off all ticket levels. 150 off is your promo code. Go to goodsoulforum.com. Last year, we had one of our entrepreneurs with us at the forum, and some incredible things happened for her and her brand. She's in fashion. She's absolutely amazing. If you don't know this woman, you should get to know her. Her name is Jody Davis, and she got connected to another entrepreneur who helped her with some stuff in her business, and it was absolutely incredible. And I just want them to come and testify as to what happened at Good Soul Forum. Jody Davis is here with us tonight. Hey, Jody, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Michael Phillips. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I am doing great. Hey, Jocelyn, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you both for joining us tonight. When I heard about your story, when I heard about what's happening, and you got those dope glasses on, Jody, so you got to tell us about it all. I want to know what happened. What took place at Good Soul Forum last year? What happened?
Well, I'll tell you, Michael, when I attended the Good Soil Conference, I honestly was unsure of what to expect or what information I would receive, but I came with an open mind. I was hoping for insight, but not knowing exactly what would resonate. And during the event, I was introduced to Jocelyn Warman by you, Michael Phillips. And at the time, neither of us realized the significance of the introduction. It actually took me months after meeting Jocelyn to realize that she was the woman that I had been praying for. Being in business for more than 15 years, I had been praying for a business partner, someone who knew the business side of fashion, someone that could, that had the connections, had the acronym, had the business knowledge to help me grow and scale my business. And Jocelyn, unbeknownst to me, came to Good Soul with the intention to serve. She mentioned that she had spoke to you in April, telling you that she wanted to serve. She wasn't exactly sure what it was going to entail. And then the connection, which answered my prayers, it's so many things have happened in these last 9 months from us making the connection. And what we say now is, not only did I meet Jocelyn, but she introduced me to a gentleman, Charles Young from Azazi Bridal. and he is a highly successful man. And Michael, when we were at New York Fashion Week, you met him. And so after we met you, we went out to dinner, me, Jocelyn, and Charles. And Charles was saying, so Michael Phillips told me he was with Good Soil, but he doesn't look like a guy that sells fertilizer. So what does that mean? And we said Good Soil is a conference which is really like Good Soil, like bringing people together, not just talking the talk, but walking the walk, bringing people together to give insight, give knowledge, and make the connections. And then once you follow through on those connections, amazing things can happen. And so one of the things that I remember from Bishop Jakes saying when he found me on social media and came to my facility here in Baltimore, one of the things he mentioned is oftentimes what you're looking for is looking for you. And so I say that to say that I was looking for Jocelyn Warman. I didn't know that she was the person that would come on and help me grow and scale my business, my brand, but she is the one that, and God sent it to me. And oftentimes you don't find, you ask God for direction or him to send you, and you don't know how it's going, what package is going to come in. So I'm just thankful that Good Soil was the catalyst that brought us together. I'm here in Baltimore, Jocelyn is in New York, but we met out in Dallas, and it's just an awesome, it's an awesome opportunity. And Josh, I'll let you add on.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to hear from Johnson's perspective. Like, how did you get her a deal and help her grow her brand?
Well, really, Jody and I think that we were going to do something with you, Michael, and God had a different plan. I got a chance to go to Baltimore and really see Jody's life through Michael's sister, actually. And when I got there, I knew that it was going to be much more than a 30-minute phone call with Jody or a weekly meeting. She needed so much help, and that was the actual assignment that God had planned for us. And so just through these meetings with Jody, we've been able to talk to her customers, develop a plan of what the customers were missing, what she didn't have in her line. We're going to relaunch the line together. We are relaunching her website. My dear friend is going to help us with that. We brought in the legal team from Jackson Walker. They're offering some legal services to get her going. And like she said, Charles from Azazi Bridal, he's helping with the sourcing and logistics. And we're all just one big team trying to get Jody to the next level. And what's so important about Good Soil is I didn't know why I was going there. I wasn't really sure how I could help, but here I am helping someone. I'm a COO and I'm making money and I'm doing all these things all day long, but I was just so empty because I knew I had more to give. And you and April and TD gave me that opportunity. And I just want to encourage everyone to talk to everyone while you're there. You don't know what is going to happen. You don't know why you're there. And now Jody is well on her way after grinding 16 years waiting for someone to come in and help.
Yeah, listen, this is so exciting. Congratulations to both of you. This connection happened at Good Soil. Thank you for coming on and sharing your testimony about what took place and how one connection, just one connection, changed everything. And those are the type of things that happen at Good Soil Forum. And again, if you plan on joining us at Good Soil Forum, it's $150 off for all of you who join this free masterclass. The promo code is 150 off. Go to goodsoulforum.com. Jocelyn, Jody, thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to see what happens next. I can't wait to see it. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Listen, we have heard from some of the brightest and the best, amazing individuals, amazing entrepreneurs, real life entrepreneurs who are trying to make it just like you. And they're getting real connection at Good Soul Forum. But all of this came from the heart and the mind of our leader. I call him the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the best to ever do it. His leadership, his business acumen, his efforts as a humanitarian are bar none. It's a privilege to work with him every day and to help steward this vision of his to support entrepreneurs. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, the one and the only Bishop T.D. Jakes. He is here with us tonight, and he is going to drop some nuggets and some wisdom with us tonight. And I'm going to get off this camera because I want to give him the floor to hear
Oh
what he has
man,
to say. Hey, sir.
it's a shame you got me so excited. I don't even know where to start or where to begin or what to say first. Listening at Jody and Jocelyn, it really reinforces what good soil is all about. It is not just the tremendous, amazing speakers that we have on the floor and all of their experience and expertise, but it's also the people that you're in the room with, that you go to lunch with, that you get to network with. Somewhere in there, in that room, is the answer to your problem. Cross-pollination is what causes fruit to grow. And so when you cross-pollinate and don't be in your shell, and be so inhibited that you don't meet people, some of the things that you've been asking for, looking for, needing, pleading for are in the room with you. Being in that room is a powerful place to be all by itself. And I want to say that to you. But I wanted to go back and digress just for a moment and say that a lot of times what really eats entrepreneurs, and I come from 3 generations, 4 generations of entrepreneurs, is imposter syndrome. You start a business because you got a passion or there's something you really want to do or something that you're going after. And then you get out there and there's all these little voices nagging at you saying, you don't know what you're doing. You don't have any business out here. Most of the people you see on here didn't know what they were doing when they started, but they're there to learn and to grow and to evolve and to become what they needed. Then there's a group of people who kind of knew what they were doing, but they didn't have access to capital to get started. That's why through Wells Fargo, we have been able to give $1 million away to entrepreneurs on different levels and different scales to help them to get where they're going. We're hooking up with Hello Alice, who was able to give. Sometimes you just need $10,000, $15,000 to get you where you're trying to go. And there are ways, there are going to be people, all kinds of groups here. We don't try to do this by ourselves. We bring in the best of the best and surround you in an atmosphere where you can grow. That's why it's called good soil. We're trying to put, you might have a good product, you might have a good plan, you might have a good skill, but if you don't put it in good soil, you're not going to get the harvest that you really need to get out of it. And there's some things that I think that are very important for you to realize. I wrote down a few things I wanted to say that I think are really, really important. And the first one sounds totally crazy, so don't disconnect. Just trust me for a minute. I wrote down problems determine profit. And what I mean by that is when you find the thing, the problem that your business solves, you don't have to worry about profit. You don't even have to market hard. If you find the problem that your business solves, it gives you the courage to go and do it and not be intimidated and not be insecure and not spend all of your money on marketing because you solve a problem. You don't have to market, hospitals don't have to market hard. Funeral homes will never go out of business. Gas stations will always have customers because they solve problems. Barbers will always have a barbershop because they solve problems. If you're in the food business, if you're near a place or an area where there's a food scarcity, you're solving a problem. And when you solve problems, you become profitable. Number two, priorities help with focus. When you start a business, everything is coming at you. You need this, you need a lawyer, you need accountant, you need staff, you need equipment, you need product, you need this, that, and other, you need all kind of stuff. Sit down, get all that stuff out of your head, and write down what are the four or five priorities in order that you need to achieve. Those priorities make a really, really big difference in giving you focus. Without that, you'll be thinking hard. even to the point of having a headache, but you're not getting anywhere. And it doesn't mean that you're not talented, doesn't mean that you're not gifted, but being talented isn't enough if you don't have priorities. Priorities tell you as much about what not to do as they tell you about what to do. Because if it's not on my priority list, I don't waste time on the phone call, making the call, spending a lot of time doing things that are not relative to my priorities. And they may not be bad, but they're not relative to my priority list at this time because focus is necessary for finances. And I think that's important. The third thing that I almost don't need to say because Jocelyn and Jody described it so well. Partnerships come in different forms. Developing partnerships with people. Let's take the word partnership out of it because it sounds too legal, and let's start talking about relationships. Relationships or partnerships, sometimes they're not even paid for. Sometimes people will help you out of the goodness of their heart. Sometimes people will introduce you to people. You don't have to do everything yourself. And then there are times that you have partners within and without that help to ship your products, that help to do your website. Maybe you're not techy enough, or you're really good at technology, but you're not good at shipping and receiving. Finding the partner that's doing what you don't do, and you don't have to give them a piece of your business. You can give them business by allowing them to ship what you have done. And they're in the room. They're going to be in the room. And it type on the line, they're in the room. They're in the room. The capital is in the room. The partner you need is in the room. And then the fourth thing I wrote down is positioning yourself to win. I know you're saying to yourself, I wish they would bring it to my city. I wish they would bring it to my neighborhood. I wish they would bring it to so and so and so. I wish I had a steak dinner laying on the table in front of me, but I don't. You have to position yourself in a place. You have to invest in your dream and believe in yourself, but you can't do that if in the back of your head, you think you don't deserve to be in the room. You think you're an imposter. You're feeding yourself poison and shock because you're dying. Stop talking to yourself like you don't belong, like you can't do it. There's something about getting in the room with other people who ran out of money, ran out of capital, paid everybody but themselves, and all of a sudden you hear their testimonies, you begin to find out what's normal, and it changes your life. Positioning yourself to win might mean engaging technology and using technology. Maybe you're not ready to hire yet, but if you use technology, you can do all kinds of research, you can do evaluation, you can decide, am I in the right location? You've got to find the people who need what you have. If the people you're around act like they don't need it and you have to beg them, they're not your people. Find the people who have an appreciation for what you bring to the table and they're willing to support it. And then I wanted to say this, and I'm almost done. Profits aren't for celebrating. When you've been going a long time and you finally get some profit, the first thing you want to do is go celebrate. Resist the temptation to go out there and buy yourself a Bentley. Slow down and be wise with your profits so that you can be a good steward over them. Building some level of reserve is important, even if it's $10. Just the mindset of I'm going to have something left. So in case emergencies come, so there can be a harvest. There's a story in the Bible talks about Joseph. Joseph saved all of Egypt because he believed in reserves. He didn't use the good times, and then they were growing corn and raising cattle, and he didn't use the good times and then eat up all the food. He stored something back in reserves because he knew there was going to be 7 years of famine. Every business has feast and famine, and it's important that you have something laid back to help you to be able to do that. So your profits are important, that you divide them when you get them. Number two, don't mix them with your account. Your personal money and your business money shouldn't be in the same account. Number three, open up an account for your taxes before they're due. putting them aside so that you don't get down to tax time and all of a sudden you're in trouble. And you need to get your taxes paid, even if you can find a sneaky way to get around it, because in order to get the business up to where you need to be, you need to have tax returns. You have to really do it right. You're going to have to do it right because doing it wrong prolongs the process. And it starts by putting everything in its own category. If you don't have an accountant, open up several accounts and divide the $50, $100, and I'm going to put 10 in reserve. I'm going to save 25 for taxes. So I have real profit when I have profit, because everything else is fake profit, because what looks like profit is really spending tax money, really spending money that should be in reserve, really spending payroll money. If you divide it when you get it, you can see what is really yours and you can go to the next level. So I wanted to drop that on you for you to think about. I wanted you to understand we've got some great, I mentioned Hello Alice. I mentioned the $1 million that we've already dropped. We've got another download of $500,000 in non-dilutive funding that's going to be available for people. And what's really good, you're going to have to do some work to get this. You're not going to just come and get it. You have to have your business plan together. The business plan is actually more valuable than the capital, because the business plan trains you to bring your mind to your money, not just have your money, but bring your mind to start thinking it through, because your mindsets determine your assets. You can't be so busy doing the business that you're not thinking your business. There's so much stuff that you're going to get out of this meeting. It's amazing. It's worth the plane ticket. It's worth getting on a boat. It's worth getting on a skateboard. It's worth bunking up with somebody, whatever you have to do to be in the room where there are these kinds of conversations. My problem when I started my business, I wasn't in the room with the kinds of people who were even talking about what I needed to be hearing about to go where I needed to go. You can't be in a room full of people who are talking about gossip. You can't be in a room full of people who are talking about negativity. You can't be in a room full of people who are laughing at your dream. You need to be in a room full of people who are dropping nuggets on you and you're jotting down little things. That's good soil. That's good soil. That's nutrients going into you so that your roots can begin to grow and you can move to the next level. I'm so happy to announce that Oprah Winfrey's coming this year. And the reason I have Oprah is not because she has a great talk show, though she did, not because she bought, owned, and built it from the ground up, though she did. What the reason I wanted to have Oprah is that Oprah started out as an ashy-kneed country girl in Mississippi making mud pies. So she knows what it is to struggle and get dirt in your fingernails on the way up. And she came up and she broke all the rules and the trends and got deals and got in places that you wouldn't have thought she would have been able to get. I'm going to challenge her to tell her story and how she did and who she hires and when she hires them and how she holds people together and how she brings people back, how the charisma is just as important as the product, how being nice to people that you think you don't need will open up doors for you later and come back to bless your life. And we've got John Hope Bryan that's going to be in the room, a master at telling you how to handle your money, get your credit straight, how to get your business together, how to get, maybe the bank won't give you the money, but the CDFI will be able to do it. A community development financial institution has a lower bar for you to be able to climb over. A lot of times we perish over what we don't know. Jerry Lorenzo is going to be in the room, and he's done so many amazing things, creating lines of product, clothing, tennis shoes. Fear of God is one of the brand names that he's used. And he came out of nowhere to me and just blew up and took over. He's going to be in the room. Janelle Stevens is going to be in the room. You met Wall Street Trapper earlier. He's going to be in the room. I'm going to be in the room. Now, anytime you see a dump truck, a bulldozer, a crane, and a backhoe, you know they're not going to build a chicken coop. You wouldn't bring these kind of people in a room if there weren't potential in the room. These people are backhoes and dump trucks. And don't tell anybody that I call them a dump truck, but they're dump trucks. They're ready to build something big because they believe in you. We're doing this because we believe in you. Don't let other people believe in you more than you believe in yourself. So be at the Good Soil Forum. You can download the app now to put you in a community of people who are thinking different, moving different, and working different. And if you go to Good Soil Movement, you can download the app for free. Okay. So that's going to help you to get into a position. And then I want you to be in the room, go to the hangouts. We got hangouts on Wednesday night before the things even start. We got tech hangouts. We got all kinds of hangouts for people who are in real estate business. We got hangouts for people who are negotiating deals to fund tech corporations, all sorts of things, different hangouts. Find the hangout that fits you and just hang out. Just be a fly on the wall. You've always said, I wish I could be a fly on the wall. This is your time to buzz in there and be a fly on the wall and gather up all kinds of information. When you get back home, they're going to wonder where you've been. They're going to think, well, did you take a class at Harvard? Did you go to Yale? Did you know? I went to Good Soil Forum and I picked up. There's more that can be caught than there is that can be taught. And so when you're in that environment, you begin to find out how to protect your intellectual properties, how to protect your facial images so people can't use you any kind of way, what type of business you need, S corporation, C corporation, LLP, LLC, whether you need to put it in a trust, just information. And you might not need it today, but you're going to need it tomorrow. This bulldozer, this crane is a sign that there's a skyscraper about to be built, and you might not see it right now because we're digging out the basement and the foundation, but eventually it's going to turn into something amazing. We're in Dallas, Texas. You might not be in Dallas. If you are in Dallas, shame on you if you won't drive across the street to help yourself. You're not serious about business if you're not willing to invest in it. I had to ask myself, do you believe in the movies you're doing? Do you believe in the books that you're writing? Do you believe in the things that you're doing well enough to invest in them at a time that I needed to profit from them? But that's where faith comes in, investing in something you haven't seen yet. You can't get a harvest where you don't have a seed. So take this opportunity and load up on information. And what I love about people who invest in themselves, they're not at the mall. They don't go to Dallas and they're at the club. They come to Dallas and they are serious. They're ready to get everything they can so that they can harvest and do more with their lives and go to the next level. So I hope you're downloading the app right now because that's something you can do right there for nothing and come into a world of thousands and thousands of people who are just like you, who talk your talk, who are going through what you're going through, who can help you access information, who know about grant money, who know about foundations that will support your not-for-profit, who know how to get things done with the land that you have, that land could be developed and turned into something where you had another stream of income, where to invest when the market is down. The market is down. Everybody's running from the market. That's the time you ought to be running to the market because the prices have gone down. When they go back up again, you're going to be in a much better situation. And I practice this myself. I'm not a financial advisor, but I tell you what, when everybody's running away, there's always a handful of people that run toward. And the people who run toward often end up with the greatest success. So I want to encourage you today to apply for the fast pitch competition. You're going to be sitting around people who are really going to help you pitch, help you get your pitch together, tell you what you need to have, how to build a deck so that when you get it in front of people, you're not just meeting people for the first time saying, will you invest in me? You've got to get your little ducks in a row. And we want to show you how to do it so that you can start winning again. You heard from Pinky Cole and how they thought she was down and she fought her way back up again. Some of you have been down. I know you have. and you've been discouraged. I know you have. And you've talked yourself out of it and said, maybe this is not for me. But let me tell you something. If you keep talking to yourself like that, you'll talk yourself out of a dream that your next door neighbor will take and build in your face. You have the power within yourself to move forward. With jobs collapsing, the market acting crazy, the world in chaos, God bless the child that has their own. If you want to be sure you got a job, hire yourself. I have never fired me. I fired a lot of people, but I've never fired me. I've always found a way to forgive me, get up and try again, start over again, invest again, and that's okay. It's okay to fail your way as long as you're failing your way forward. By the way, it's not a failure if you learn something from it. Whatever you learn from what you call a failure is a win, because you're that much more experienced. When you get ready to go out there and do it, you're going to do it with more experience, and experience is absolutely priceless. So I'm going to stop because I could go on all night. I'm passionate about it. I grew up in a home where my mother bought every house on the street one by one till they changed the name of the street to Jake Street. My father started a business with a mop and a bucket, ended up with 52 employees, had me catching the bus to go down there and make payroll because he got sick and I had to keep it going. Getting your family involved, getting everybody connected with you and working toward your dream is what Good Soil is all about. We started this company, we started this idea because I believe in entrepreneurship. I believe in God blessing the child that has its own, and I believe in you. Do you believe in you? I hope you do. And if so, I'll see you at Good Soil.
Wow, Bishop, thank you, thank you, thank you. The comment section is going crazy. Can I keep you just for a few more minutes?
Sure.
Just for a few more minutes. Couple of things. You heard Bishop mention our fast pitch competition. If you're a business owner and you want to pitch in the fast pitch, there's $500,000, $500,000 in awards up for grabs. Top prize is $200,000. You can go to goodsoulforum.com right now and enter into the fast pitch competition. And as you heard him say, the business plan is more valuable than actual money. You leave with a 30-page business plan as being a part of this competition. Your business is going to be better as a result of you entering. It doesn't cost you anything to enter. And so go ahead and do it. Go to goodsoulforum.com. It's up, it's live, it's active. If you want to enter in, we have great partners helping us with that, with Hello Alice, which is another resource you heard him mention, who's also going to be giving out micro grants and small loans to business owners. They're going to be on the footprint at Good Soul Forum. So if you want to join us, it's $150 off for everybody that's on here tonight. If you registered for this masterclass, your promo code is 150 off. 150 off. Go to goodsoulforum.com, click on the ticket, hit that promo code, and that is your discount. We do want to make this accessible to you. It's worth the investment. Bishop, you talked about investing in ourselves. I believe that return on investment begins within. It starts within. In other words, the most successful ventures is an overflow of the founder's personal growth. So when you grow, your business grows.
Right.
Especially during hard times. And so making an investment in yourself in hard times is not self-indulgence. It's not like you're going to Gucci store or Louis Vuitton. You're investing in yourself and your business to grow. That means this is strategic capital that lends itself to exponential growth because you're going to develop as a human being, as a business owner. You're going to be sharper. You're going to have more tools. At this forum, we have some of the most foremost experts in AI coming to share how you should be using AI in your business. We have a body language expert that's going to be on the footprint teaching you how to pitch, how your body should be representing yourself, because not all communication is verbal. As a matter of fact, the majority of communication is nonverbal. So she's going to be teaching you about that. Linda Clemens, she's absolutely amazing. This forum is going to be something. A few people were asking about the programming. We designed this forum for you to get everything. So we're starting off with workshops so that you can start rolling up your sleeves and leave with tangible tools. We do not want to create an event where you come and get overcoached. Some of you are at different levels, and we created this for the level of where you are. So the workshops begin first thing in the morning, and every main stage speaker you're going to have an opportunity to hear, including Oprah Winfrey, including Jerry Lorenzo, including Janelle Stevens, who is another amazing entrepreneur, including John Hope Bryant, including Bishop T.D. Jakes, including Elizabeth Gore, CEO of Hello Alice. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Bishop, can you just speak to entrepreneurs who feel like quitting, who feel like giving up? You already said so much, but I just feel and believe during these uncertain times, there's so many people thinking about throwing in the towel, they're having a hard time. What would you say to them?
You know, something that's so funny, a hard time is probably one of the biggest liars you will ever meet in your life. And I say that from experience. I couldn't, immediately my mind went back to pastoring for 10 years a church that had less than 50 people. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to quit. My car broke down. I had to thumb to Bible class. I was in a situation that was so bad, they hid my car in the back of the church so that it was so embarrassing. It just looked like it wasn't working. And I moved up 2 steps forward and then 3 steps back. If I would have quit, there wouldn't have never been a Potter's House with 30,000 members in it. It was inconceivable to me. It was inconceivable to me. The same principle that works about church works about business. The first time we did a play and took the play on the road, we went in the hole so bad. We went in the hole so bad it was embarrassing. We had to pay the people back over time. See, people often tell you about their successes, but they don't tell you about their failures. And you have to understand that wisdom is made out of all the stupid things you did to get it. That's how you get wise, by doing things that weren't wise. And now all of a sudden you look real wise. You pay for the wisdom by the mistakes you made to get there. And sometimes God will have you in boot camp, in training, in situations, in a dry place, in a desert, on a mountain, in isolation. Sometimes he'll have people leave you that you thought you needed so that you can develop the muscles to lift yourself up. And you're going through a time and you think, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. And you can do it, but that strength is developed in the struggle. Resistance training is what you're going through right now. Resistance training. But if I would have quit, every time I look at my life and how it ended up, I think back on all the times I wanted to quit. I'm amazed I ended up owning 18 wheelers. I ended up doing deals with Kmart, with Walmart, with distribution deals. I just signed a deal with iHeart so that the podcast is getting ready to come out, and I've got my own podcast network that I own, and I'm working with iHeart to make that possible. I'd have never done any of that. My mother was frying chicken in the back of the church, trying to keep the rent going. It does not matter where you start, friend. It matters where you finish. And I need you to understand that nobody gets to be an Oprah Winfrey overnight. Nobody gets to be a Lorenzo overnight. Nobody gets to be a John Hope Bryant overnight. John Hope Bryant grew up poor as a church mouse. Do not allow a temporary circumstance to make you make a permanent decision. Do not allow a temporary circumstance to make you make a permanent decision. Don't give up on you. And I kept investing in myself. I kept believing in myself. And let me change that a little bit. Sometimes I didn't really believe in myself. Sometimes I got discouraged and stopped believing in myself, but other people believed in me. Sometimes it was something my kids said. Sometimes it was something that I got ready to quit and just I would have fainted, but I turned at the last minute. And maybe this is that moment, that turning moment. There's a reason that God has you on this Zoom. There's a reason. This is no accident. This is no mistake. This is no happenstance that you were drawn to this Zoom to hear this message, to give you faith to faith resuscitation, entrepreneur to entrepreneur resuscitation. And if you feel it down on the inside, and sometimes you're trying to resist it because you don't want to hope no more. You're so pain intolerant that you don't want to get even near disappointment. But you'll never have victory without conflict. So think about that as you go forward. You'll never be able to overcome if you don't have a hard time and a struggle. And when you get there, what I love about it is when you have struggled to get there, you take care of it. When you have struggled to get there, you fight for it. When you have struggled to get there, you invest in it. And I know it might be a bad time, and some people just absolutely cannot do it. I get that. I understand that. I've been so broke I couldn't pay attention. But we're talking about giving away $500,000 in a fast pitch competition. And you're talking about paying $200 for a hotel room. We're talking about putting you in a room where two women met together and it changed her life after 15 years of struggling. And you're talking about a registration fee. We're talking about something that will bless your children and your grandchildren. And for less than a Gucci bag, a Louis Vuitton bag, you could change, for less than a new weave, you could change your whole life. Our priorities have to change. We are the nation's largest consumers and the nation's poorest investors. We consume good, but we don't invest good. And investment starts with investing in yourself. Don't have all these people flying in from all over the country. Our speakers don't live in Dallas to give you something that you don't have enough faith to fly in to get, or drive in to get, or bus in to get. Don't let us want more for you than you want for yourself. And especially now, because it used to be you could count on a job. But now entire divisions and companies are shutting down. Don't wait till you're unemployed to start thinking, I need to do something with my business. That's like calling the fire department after the house is burned down. At the smell of smoke, 911. And I'm going to tell you something, I smell smoke. That's why we're doing this, because we want as fewer people as possible to fall through the cracks, through the loss of jobs. AI is going to bring a lot of jobs, but it's going to take a lot of jobs from people who are not qualified. You got to have a plan before you can have a profit. So think about that. And I hope that speaks to somebody's heart.
Bishop, thank you so much for blessing us tonight with your wisdom, with your insight. As you can see, this forum is going to be absolutely amazing. Again, we're trying to put it in reach for you. So we have a special discount for all of you. Your promo code is 150 off, $150 off all ticket levels. It is especially for all of you who logged in tonight.
Can I say
registered
something? Can I
tonight.
just jump in? I
Please,
just want to say
please
something.
go right ahead. Go right ahead, sir.
If I would have been in the meeting where they said they was going to give $150 off, it would have never happened. It would have never happened. I just wasn't in the meeting.
We didn't tell you.
Because we got bills to pay, we got speakers to pay, we got transportation to take care of, we got food to. I don't know where the $150 came from, but it's out there now. You need to take advantage of it right now, because as soon as I can shut that down, I'm going to shut that down. If you are online right now, get it right now. Give them the code right now. They did it behind my back, y'all. They did it behind my back. They waited till I was somewhere else, and they whispered and they text, and they did $150. They almost cut it down in half for you to get to go tonight. You gotta be special. Take advantage. He laughing because I thought $150, maybe 50, maybe
Listen,
even 75.
I'm taking the heat for y'all. I just want y'all to know that right now.
Yeah, you taking the heat. I said $150. I thought maybe it's a typo. Listen, we're doing everything we can to make it possible for you. We've checked the hotel room rates. They're affordable. There's so many ways you can get there. If you go ahead and get your ticket early and don't wait till the day before, you can get discounts on your ticket. You can take travel points off your credit card to pay for your ticket. Let me tell you something. When people want to do something, they do it. They do it. They do it. They do it. I grew up in the hood. We still had parties. The house would be rocking in the garage. When people want to do something, they do it. If you want better, you got to do better. So do it now before I change that $150 back. Yeah, we're going to talk about that later. Yeah. So I hope you all got something out of this tonight.
It was incredible, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of our guests tonight. Just absolutely amazing insights, amazing wisdom. You can hear more of that at Good Soul Forum. And before I get in trouble, which I know is coming, it's $150 off. That is
Bless
your
him,
promo
Lord.
code. That's your promo code. 150 off. Go to goodsoulforum.com. We cannot wait to see you in June. We cannot wait to see you. Listen, download Good Soul HQ. Our team is there waiting to talk to you. If you have questions, you want to connect, just go to Good Soul HQ. Download that app. It's absolutely free. We're here for you. We are in your corner. We want to see you win. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Bishop, thank you, sir. You want any closing words? Are you good?
Just want to say, we will help anybody who's trying to get up. You don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to go to the Potter's house. You don't have to know Genesis to Revelations. You don't bring your tambourine. This is not church. This is not prayer meeting. This is an opportunity for you to be in a symposium that is built around building your business and scaling it. Even those of you that are doing well, how to scale and go to the next level. Please take advantage of this opportunity. It's a rare opportunity, and don't be intimidated and be afraid because there are some people that are Christians. There are some people that may not be. There may be some people that are, God knows what. I don't know what you are. I don't know whether you're burning oregano to light up your house. We want to help people who want to get up. And if that sounds like you, pay us some attention. Pay some attention. Don't just regulate us off and say, oh, they're one-dimensional. They can only do one thing. I did $500,000 in films in Hollywood. I've written 46 books. I've now got my own podcast coming soon. Coming soon. and it's called My Next Chapter. So write that down. So when you see it, that you'll know that's me. My Next Chapter. You know why? I was gonna say I wasn't afraid to try, but that ain't true. The truth is, I was afraid. I was scared to death. I've been scared all my life, but I kept on going. I did it anyway. If you wait till you're not scared, you're never gonna do nothing. So take that with you. I hope you enjoyed tonight. Even if you don't get to come, I hope you got something tonight. I hope you were inspired tonight. And I want to thank our COO and all of our staff that's online, answering questions and writing in the chats and giving you the information that you need. We could not do it without a team. I'm a team builder. It's my style of leadership. And I want you to have a team around you. One thing I didn't tell you that I meant to tell you, if in your business you are doing anything that somebody else could do, delegate it to them so that you are reserved for your highest and best use. And if you learn to do that and stop trying to be Wonder Woman and do everything at the same time, your business will grow to heights unknown. If you reserve yourself for your highest and best use. Thank you so much.
Amen. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, everybody. We hope to see you at Good Soul Forum. If we don't, we hope to see you in Good Soul HQ as part of our community. We can't wait to connect with you. We can't wait to help you grow and scale your business. And I promise, you come to Good Soul in June, you will not be overcoached and you certainly won't leave undercapitalized. We got something for you. Can't wait to see you. Thank you, sir.
$150 off?
Yeah.
We're going to talk after this. God bless y'all. Have a great night.